dream. Retreating would go on.
Chasing the dreams you may never done. Won't change it.
Yesterday also we was talking about ships are not supposed to sail in the sea. Of course, they're safer in the harbour. Let's go. Worst case scenario is you will find something else. You will not go reach where you want to reach, but you will reach somewhere else. At least
You might deserve a welcome.
yeah. That's a good Avinash ka देखिए तो I do not have. I can go on and on and on. Basically.
And the click simple. It's Manisha.
Pleasure to have you all here for lighting of the lamp, and I invite Leela ji, Avinash ji, Geeta ji, and Kiran ji. I'm looking for him. He's always hiding. Please come. No, please come. I was just wondering where
Where are all
he
the
is.
others?
You've been lighting the lamps of millions of youngsters. Please, no, I do.
IAG, Kiran, I'll make you dance otherwise. Come here. For the flame is dancing.
I'm not so good at lighting lamps.
It's very breezy and everything is dancing.
He's doing it. He's got it. Come on.
I
like from what? I'll do it also.
Yeah, but no gender bias.
आप पहले. ये भी है.
There is no need. It's a need.
Situ.
Wonderful. And Siddhu.
This is my humble contribution towards the spirit that every human being carries, and I feel the art forms, music, dance, every art form carries that spirit and that touches the soul of every human being. And I also felt that so many photographers capture those wonderful moments and immortalize each of these dancers and artists. I felt it's a small tribute towards all those who have been contributing and documenting these art forms for eternity. This is my humble contribution for the cause of the art forms.
I think it's wonderful.
I think Srini is one person who's totally selfless. And you know, he offers his photographs to people and says, here they are, come and see them. Not only that, he wants to share the joy by having all other photographers also portray along with what the work that he himself has done. And you know, dance is such a thing, it's not like going back to literature and deriving some joy out of it, or going back to a painting and trying to see what you've missed in the first time. I mean, it's there, it just happens and then it disappears. So unless somebody is there with an eye to be able to capture that inevitable moment for the sake of posterity, then that is only the photography. And I remember sometimes the photographers can be such a nuisance. In Bhubaneswar, they found the wall right in front to see what was happening on the stage. And we were saying, shoo, come to a side the whole time. But then I realized, you know, that but for their work, so much of beauty is produced by the dancer on the stage will be lost to posterity. So I really thank Srini for the work that he is doing. And of course, Avinash, what does one say? I remember whenever I think in my mind's eye of Kelucharan Mahapatra dancing or Biju Maharaj dancing, I think a lot of it, these are the images which should come out in this photograph. They are still so strong and you can recapture them all the time. And I think really photographer of the century as far as dancing is concerned.
Frankly, what I say, over 50 years, kept me alive. Passion kept me alive. It keeps me going. Sometimes when I look at my calendar, I'm too old to do this. I must carry my camera. Camera became heavy, so I brought a lower end camera so that I can carry. But carry it, I must. And I enjoy dance. Like, it's a passion. You're focused, you're meditating, completely attentive to what's happening. And it's also music, not only dance. You look at dance, I look at music also. And that, unfortunately, you have all these pictures, you might stand over it. Yet you get that moment of the artist. And to me, all the dance comes from here. And it's a concentration of looking into the eyes of each of the performers, and you why that's what keep looking, enjoying it. God giving me talent, or passion, and opportunity, and I'm enjoying every moment for
this occasion also paid tribute to Avinash work. So they are all around. I apologize that I'm not yet labeled them. I kept it for because I had to rush quite a few things through until this. I'm going to label them and then.
I'd like to say something. Great opportunity, and we also need to thank Habitat World for giving us the space over and over again, because Habitat is like home for many of us. Every evening, either we are in Habitat or in IHC, so it's wonderful. One thing about Srini, I must say, their daughter comes to learn dance, and I haven't seen parents who sit through class so meticulously, so wonderfully. So I think for anybody, you have to first be a rasika before you start doing anything, be it photography, be it any of the associated lines in the arts. So I think the process is very important. Just recently we had a seminar on classicism and criticism, and we always are debating why there are no critics coming out. I think critics also need to go through the process. You can't suddenly one night decide to write a column. So we were talking about the gurus, how the earlier gurus always taught with no stakes. They just taught. Out of that, some became writers, some became artists. It was not as though the teaching was geared only to performance. So I feel this is all related, allied areas. And Srini, wonderful to see you in the class, taking note, trying to copy all the husbands there. So I think that is really, I think my contribution as far as grooming or mentoring Srini would be that I can allow him to sit in the class. Thank you so much.
One person or one woman that has kept that lamp glowing in me since 1983 is Pigment. Person is very humble.
Ditto. Yes, Avinash ji, music also, because you immortalized MS Subbulakshmi for me. If I think of MS Subbulakshmi, it's only the photograph which you have brought out. Standing on.
I also have a very good friend here, Robert Robinson, and he's walking encyclopedia, dancing, nothing things about. So I said we were having discussion, and I told him, why don't you create a walk of this dance exhibition? So he jumped at the idea, and I grabbed him for 4 days this week by slotting him. Hi, Dada.
The moment the Kiridam came on Kapila Velu's head, she would become Devi, the goddess. And I would actually wonder, here was a woman, if you actually spoke to her, so soft-spoken, even you have to actually strain to listen to her voice. She's like, if you say hello, very soft. And the moment she would go on stage, she's like, and you suddenly wonder, is the same person who is doing that. So I think this is something very, very important, that we are able to preserve this thing and take it forward. Manipuri, which is again, like I said, now moved into the UNESCO World Heritage. Again, a remarkably long culture with rationalism, and it shows how religion was not the way religion was today. Religion was an everyday affair. The ritual was not meant in terms of fundamental ritual. The ritual was meant to illuminate your being. That is something we have lost. Every form was used as a measure to take it to the gods. It was the tribute of the common man or the dancer to take it to that spiritual level. So if you were looking at, you would see some pretty face dancing. So what is the first emotion that comes? It comes last. But we don't have a whirling dervish here. Hopefully we'll have it in a couple of days. When a whirling dervish dances, here there is one. One hand points to the sky, the other plays to the ground. So sometimes when Kiranji, for example, says, who am I? I am just a medium. I am an instrument. So the dervish, when he dances, says, from you I receive, to the world I give. I am nothing but a movement. So when he swings, our public goes clapping. But sometimes in Kathak, like Shashwati ji or even Pandit Birju Maharaj in his heydays, would do 25, 30, 40 chakras and not at a whirling dervish speed. This would be like ding, ding, ding. So if you were actually to put a male mask and a female mask, you will be seeing the two things together in the same movement, and you would not know where is the male and where is the female, because the turn was so quick, and yet the conveying would happen so quick. Another small thing that I want to say about this is, Pandit Birju Maharaj used to, when you actually have ghungroos, Pandit Birju Maharaj evolved the form of the steps to such a great extent that he would actually play the feet and only one bell would tinkle. I have still not figured out. I saw this first in 1992-93 And I still haven't figured out how the whole leg would move. There's this whole gunguru, and yet only one bead will play. Now, if that's not mastery or sorcery, I don't know what it is. This is what practice. This is Kapila Venu. I always say, just look at her face. And if you see her in normal clothes, she's like Malika here. See you soft, you say hello, hello. But now look at this image here. I want to come and have a dialogue. Look into the eyes. This again, like I said, Kodiyattam is a remarkable art form. And we have to really thank Madhav Chakraya for bringing it out. It used to be performed in the temples of Kerala and parts of Tamil Nadu. And along with Tayyab, it's actually part of the UNESCO World Intangible Heritage. And you just look at this face. We have a lot of Hollywood actors, Bollywood actors, but I challenge any of them to get to this level. This training of the eyes with Madhav Chakraya, they would spend years just moving one aspect. Sometimes the whole story is told through these two eyes. Like some of the instruments. One very important thing about this forms, because we are losing them, some of the finest musical instruments known to us are also getting lost. Like Kiranji wrote a piece saying, save the Rudra Veena. But the tawil, for example, the mirwal, all these instruments are also losing because we have something called a synthesizer. The synthesizer is the mother of all instruments. You press a button, you get a piano, you press a button, you get a clarinet. But where is the dexterity of playing? And that's why these art forms need to be preserved in the original. Because when they are preserved in the original, that indigenous music, whether it is samba music, whether it's rumba music, it needs to be preserved the way it is to be. And it's very, very important that these art forms, and the fact is, for example, many years ago when I saw the No performance for the first time, people say, for 2 hours the artist is not even moving. Only this much area is moving. Just the face. So imagine how much amount of sadhana, how much amount of emotion and practice and sacrifice has gone to reach that level where you just sit on a stage for 2 hours and only the thing above your head, which we call, above your neck, which we call head, only that, nothing else. You don't worry about how fat she is or how fat he is. It's just the face. So it's one of the greatest forms. It's one of my favorite pieces among the whole show. So when Srini was selecting pictures, Indira, me and Srini were sitting, and there was one more picture which was very faceful. And I said, no, Srini, we should have this. Because that's the joy of a dancer. It's not important who is dancing. It's very, very interesting to see that though they are faceless, they were actually 4 different forms, and each artist was performing the style of some other dancer before they came back to their performance. So it's very, very interesting that, we normally say artists, particularly dancers, have a lot of ego and stuff, but that's what we decided to chat about one of the finest dance critics in India. Leelaji, she said, when a dancer
देखा